OneRoomSports.com. Get that mobile app.
What up, everybody out there in Big Brother Nation? Welcome to another edition of Operation Big Brother, brought to you by War Room Sports. We're at the round table tonight. I'm your boy Dev. We're here with the homie Frank. What up, Frank?
Yo, Steve taught us one lesson. This is why you don't put a person in charge who's not used to picking teams.
Steve, he's not even used to getting picked.
Yeah.
We got my homie Jimmy, the Blueprint.
Yo, man, I ain't got no snazzy intro, man. I just gotta get these Big Brother bars off, man. Like, Steve, you an ass clown, fam. let's just get this
Jimmy is tight.
Let's get this show started. He ruined a great episode. Let's go, man.
Parrish, a.k.a. Brown Sugar. Hey,
this was a good episode until Steve won HOH.
Fucked it up. Ass clown, like Jimmy said. All right, man. Like everybody was alluding to just now, it was a good episode up until Steve messed it up on the double eviction. They kind of had, the quote-unquote power players right where they wanted them. But let's start off, before we get to the ass clown, let's start off earlier in the episode and how Vanessa squirmed herself out of eviction and Shelly ended up going home. What do you guys think happened?
Yo, Vanessa played the game, man. This is what I was talking about earlier in the season when I said it looks like Day's not playing the game when she got put up, and everybody told me, well, it was already over. Everybody decided to vote her out, so there was no sense in her playing or kissing ass. I'm like, this is a game. It's not about kissing ass.
Same
But
thing.
Vanessa,
Audrey just went to the blanket.
Audrey went to the blanket and disappeared. I'm like, you gotta play the game. Vanessa was all but gone. She played the game and then flipped it. It was 8-0 the other way. You know what I mean? Like, Shelly was chilling because she thought she was safe. How many times do we have to see this where someone thinks they're safe and they end up going home? Like, that's what this game is about.
I said it in the group when it happened, like before the eviction. I said I think Vanessa's going to sneak her way out of it. As soon as Shelly said I'm going to lay low, that's like the death in Big Brother history. When you're like, I'm just going to lay low and hope everything turns out okay. 10 times out of 10 you get sent home when you say that.
That's like kissing yourself with a selfie stick. The death kiss. Like,
I wanted Vanessa to go. I wanted Vanessa and Shelly to go in this double eviction. But of course, Steve won HOH. I don't understand, like, his nominations. Like, they're not a threat to, like, anybody. They don't win anything, so I didn't get it.
I think that this was probably the most meaningless nobody nomination. Like, this is probably the weakest pair. I'm sure we've watched 16 seasons before this. It had to happen before, but in recent memory, this is like the weakest pair of nominations I've ever seen. And on a night where it could be really dramatic since it was a double eviction, it's like the episode just came crashing down like a thud.
It fell short.
Yeah, it was on its way. It took off.
The episode was off the chain, and then Steve, you ass clown. Listen, man. Here's my thing, right? And even with what the chick said, Jackie said when she left, it was miscommunication because he thought that I was gonna back. I'm like, yo, these people be in their feelings too much, man. One of the things about the earlier seasons, which I like, was you would see someone, like, try to put somebody else up, they didn't end up going out, and they would turn around and work together instead of holding those grudges so long. That's how you build a real alliance. Like,
I think that's what Vanessa's going to end up doing. I think you're going to see Vanessa basically have like a whole new alliance with all these people that were previously targeting her because she could see the bigger picture. I mean, sometimes that's her downfall. Is that she's always thinking about the big.
She's like thinking, picture, man.
Yeah, she's like me when I play chess. Like, sometimes I'm like thinking 10 steps ahead, not realizing like I'm in checkmate the next move. Like, I don't realize like it's already over, and I'm like trying to be like, if I do this, and this, I'm gonna win, and then all of a sudden it's like checkmate on the game. So Vanessa does that sometimes, but I think she's gonna end up going far in this game because of her ability to sort of put things behind her and sort of see the bigger picture and what's the best gameplay.
Because Frank, here's what pisses me off, right? Like, I understand that I'm not in the house, so I don't see everything, and all kinds of things go on. I know the house makes you crazy, but there's some basic things. You have twins in the house. That's like a built-in alliance that's stronger than anything. Why don't you try to break that up? Like, Austin in week 2, they were talking about how big of a target he was. Like, of course, he spent the last several weeks trying to get some stank on his hang low, so now all of a sudden he's not a target. But I'm like, yo, you got a 4-person alliance, and it's twins in the alliance. Why don't you put up one twin? You got to try to break that up. What is that?
Got twins, and one of the twins got a boyfriend. Like
yeah, what is that? Like, come on, how do you not try to break that up?
You know what though? Somebody must have gotten to Steve, like Jackie said. I don't know who the culprit is, but it's a smart move because Steve has shown that he's like a paranoid freak. He's talking to himself in the camera. He thinks everybody's targeting him, even though he hasn't won anything, like Johnny Mac said during the episode. But so somebody played into his paranoia. Was like, yo, I think they're gonna.
Vanessa. It's gonna be Vanessa.
It's got to be Vanessa. I didn't want to say any names without knowing.
Yo, as of right now, she's like the only one in there playing.
Steve's retarded.
Meg said she wanted to have a good time.
I'm confused.
That was like her that was her speech.
People on TV to give up the box.
She trying to get them draws bust. But
oh my god.
I don't know, like, because they didn't really show how that vote flipped like that. Like, I don't know who to give credit to. Like, do we give credit to Vanessa? She did go to James and spill that stuff to James. Was James powerful enough to change
I give all the
everybody?
credit to Vanessa because I think she knew that James was the head of the snake of those that threesome, Meg, James, and Jackie. They pretty much just do whatever James says. And she had the truth in her back pocket, which was that Becky did go to Shelly and Clay as soon as they went to target him. Becky came downstairs like 5 seconds later.
It made him think because he knew, like he said.
I knew somebody was snitching.
It had to be somebody because every time I said something, they ended up knowing about it. So she did play that.
Yo, how salty is she now, though?
But how did the vote get 8-0? Like, the House found out that they had the numbers, so everybody just bitched up?
You know how the House does.
Vanessa might be bipolar, but I guess she is somewhat smart.
Well, Paris, here's the thing, though.
She's always been smart. It's just hard.
She's always been smart, but like, when you look at it, though, who's playing? Like, Austin in the beginning was playing, but now he's in
love.
Yo, he's
I
not
think
playing.
James is playing a little bit.
I think
James a little bit.
I think Johnny Mac is playing a very good game, and I think he's sort of low in the cut, but I think he's definitely playing, like, he's trying to use other people to make the moves for him, but I definitely think that he is trying to play the game. Here's my big thing.
He's trying to Derek.
Yeah. Here's my big thing about the whole Steve thing. This guy gets no airtime on the show, and any airtime that he got, he was like throwing Becky's name under the bus for we don't even know why. Like, Steve doesn't like Becky, but for some reason, like every time he saw Steve in the diary room, he was just like, I hate this woman. Like, I hope her first kid gets aborted, something like that. Like something crazy, like just for no reason. And then like he has the chance to get her out, and he just puts up like Meg and Jackie. I don't understand.
That's such a waste.
And this is the thing, because we had some people in the group thinking like, well, no, his plan is to get Becky.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Door. But at the same time, like, how is that your plan by putting those two up? What's the odds that either one of them are going to win?
He should have put up
exactly. That's the whole point, is that you get two of those people that aren't going to win the veto, and so
you got to put up some strong
in. Like he did basically. Like Johnny Mac won the veto, which is best case scenario. He could do whatever you say with it, and then you backdoor Becky. That's what I thought was going to happen the whole time until they were like, no, we're not going to use it. I was like, what?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It was a scary move because I think he probably thought, well, I would like to get Becky out on the back door, but if I don't, no harm, no foul, because neither one of these people mean anything.
Right. He's not used to facing a bully.
It's a coward move. He didn't even think about putting someone on the other side of the house up because he didn't want them on his top. He's a noble, man.
Jackie out.
He was scared of Becky shoving him into a locker, so he
got Jackie out. What does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean to get Jackie out? Like, what did you do?
First of all, who is Jackie? Like, forget something.
Oh my god.
The lost Kardashian. That's what we called it.
Like, well, Jackie. But
man.
Meg is basically the Victoria of this season. You just put somebody next to Meg, whoever you want to go home. You just put them next to Meg because you know nobody's gonna vote Meg out because.
Yo, Meg told y'all. Meg said I came here to have some fun, man.
The only thing about Meg versus Victoria is people actually like Meg, even though she does nothing game wise. Like people didn't care for Victoria. She was annoying to people.
Yeah,
and they just kept her around because they knew nobody could,
she wasn't gonna beat
everybody's gonna beat her. Like,
so, people like Meg. Meg is.
She mess around.
Meg is useless.
Meg is the type they take her too far. She mess around and win by mistake. just because she'll get votes just because people like her. But
she's useless though. Like she don't even try in competitions anymore. She's just there.
Yeah.
Nah. I think she tries. I just don't think she's just
she got her own strategy, man. And in the words of Enzo, man, she got a mean social game.
Yo, she's so confident too. Like during the competitions, like you see her in
Her
the diary,
social
she's like,
game is throwing herself
this New York girl's gonna come and win this
Hey, look,
competition.
it's been working. That's for our parish. Like, listen, she just walks around the house and makes offerings.
Right. I think she, especially for physical competitions, I think Meg need a new pair of legs. Like, they're like skinny and crooked.
But hold up though, yo, Becky was so salty though. Like even when she had to vote the second time, she was Jackie, mad. You mad? Hey yo, Becky, you mad?
Oh,
Steve Train.
You felt like the A train was coming again.
oh my God.
See, I don't feel bad making fun of it because Big Brother made her superhero, the train person. So how bad can that be?
Yeah, that's true. It's cool now.
Yo, speaking of those comics, like Big Brother was out of line on a few of them joints.
Oh man.
They had the boy Jason holding sausage and hose. Come on, man. Sausage and hose though.
Yo!
Man. You can't do that.
Oh God.
You can't pick the train person after she got smacked in the mouth with a train, man. Like,
yo,
you're out of line with some of that. Made what's the name, the Puma instead of the Cougar.
The house is in a weird spot though now. Like it seems like all the alliances that were maybe no longer are, because it seems like at least because we didn't see very much footage between what happened and how Vanessa basically turned the house, but it seems like at some point Becky's alliance turned against her and started voting Shelly out instead.
I see what they're going to do, though, Frank. It's one of those things where they're going to go back to
it. Yeah.
Show us what happened since it was a fast episode, like a double eviction. But back to Vanessa, though. I mean, I do think she's definitely playing. And that's the criticism that I've had, of her. Like, you're a poker player by trade, and you're in here showing so much emotion. Like, that's like an oxymoron.
Yeah,
what you do. She's definitely smart, but I still think she's too big of a target to win now, because anybody who has an inkling of a brain is going to go after her. But like Frank said, she's going to try hard to flip those alliances and flip the so-called loyalties, so maybe the people she knows that's coming after her, maybe she can work with them, which would be her best bet. But I still think she's going to be too big of a target. But it's going to be personal. It's gonna be personal.
What you gonna do?
Her and Becky now.
Yeah, but she gonna throw the twins. She gonna throw the twins under the bus. Why?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, if she's really a poker player and she's not emotional, she should reach out to Becky. Becky said some harsh things to her this week, so no one would expect.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Exactly.
You with somebody that the whole house thinks you all hate each other.
Yo, Jay, I get into a fist fight with a dude and then work with him. Even though Big Brother, they kick you out right at the fist fight, but y'all know.
You're right though, Dev, because honestly, a Becky Vanessa alliance would. They're probably the two strongest players in the house competition-wise too. I mean, they've won a bunch of competitions together. Them and Shelly, who's gone now, but the three girls were really. I don't think the dudes really can win anything.
And think about it.
They're not smart.
Johnny won the like 6 times.
It's up to.
Yeah, you're right. Johnny Max won a few things.
It's up to Vanessa, too, because Becky's in a situation where Vanessa could have her by the balls, no Audrey, but she has her in a position where if she went to her with this, she would like, it's best that I do it because she's going to be gunning for me and she's a strong player. I said a bunch of stuff. I would already be in, like cleanup mode if I was Becky. Like, I was just doing that so Shelly wouldn't know. I had to act it out. I'm sorry I had to talk to you like that, but I didn't.
See, the problem with that, Dev, is that Becky, like an idiot, you know what I mean? She had the whole thing where she was like, all right, we're not going to tell anybody that Vanessa's the target. And then she literally went and told the whole house that Vanessa was the target.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that.
Plus, she was showing her ass, too. Like, she was real arrogant.
She act like
Becky
HOH
has balls, though.
weeks.
I will say that. She had some balls. I mean, she laughed right in Vanessa's face, and she was like, I'm not going to nominate you. And then next thing you know, Vanessa was nominated. And then in tonight's episode, I forgot what happened when she got up and walked away. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Becky, she played this week as if she had like a BB takeover where you get HOH for 5 straight weeks or something like.
I hate when people play HOH like that. Like the one thing people don't realize about HOH that when they're HOH is that it only lasts 1 week. Like people act like they're on top for like the whole game now. They're like, yeah, I'm in charge. I'm doing all this and this and that. It's like, dude, next week you're just back with the rest of the pack. I don't think people realize. Like you gotta have a succession plan after you're done being HOH.
Yeah, so you like when you're HOH, really instead of acting cocky, that's when you need to be kissing people's ass.
Right, that's when you need to be getting favors from people and acquiring assets that you can use later on and be like, remember when I was HOH, I didn't do anything to you, so, you know.
Some people get up in that joint and just put the crown on, like, Sit
on the throne.
Yeah.
Waiting for people to bring them grapes.
Before we get out of here, what do you guys foresee for next week, since Steve kind of, like, he crash-landed the episode. What do you guys see for next week?
Yo, I hope somebody sends Steve home out of principle.
Somebody to check him and ask him, like, yo, what were you doing, baby?
All right, well,
what do you?
Bold prediction. Who's the next out?
I think
I want
twins.
Vanessa to go, or one of the twins.
Okay. Who? Wait a minute. Did they do the HOH, or did I miss that?
No, they didn't do it.
Okay. All right. I would have a better guess if I knew who was HOH, but I would say that as well. I think somebody will win and be smart enough to break up the twins. So I think one of the twins. I think they would be a bigger target to break up than the twins in Austin. They'll go after that next, but I say one of the twins.
Yeah.
All right.
I would agree.
Any final thoughts?
Vanessa's bipolar. Steve is crazy. They all need to be on medication.
Jimmy's frozen.
Yo, I knew Paris' final thoughts were gonna be taking shots at everybody. Like,
Paris for final thoughts. Paris be like, "Fuck you, fuck you, I hate you. You're a bitch." Jim, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yo, all I want to do, I want to see Julia win the HOH and put up Austin, because Julia doesn't mess with Austin, even though it's her sister's boyfriend. I want to see the twins go at it.
Jim, how about if Julia wins and puts up Liz and Austin?
That would be the greatest thing ever.
All right, so let's get out of here. Everybody, you know the drill. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Make sure you like the video. Leave your comments. Leave your thoughts about the double eviction episode. Steve is a bitch. And like we tell y'all, don't accept mediocrity like Steve. And be steadfast in the war against ignorant people like Steve. Ignorance.
Jumps on top.
Not Steve.
It's the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.